He'll change an individual. You got to yield to him.
Yeah. Amen.
Now, I ain't saying I'm all that in a bag of chips now. Hold on. I'm still growing. I'm still progressing in Christ. I'm still walking with the Lord. I'm still pulling off and putting on. That's what the whole book of Colossians deals with, pulling off and putting on.
Yeah.
Take off this. Put on that. Put on the new man.
Yeah. Amen.
Say, Mark, for a little while. 5 and 1. I don't know if your custom here is to stand when you read. If that is your custom, stand for the reading of God's word. We're going to read some words. I don't know if you read together. But now we're going to start at 5 and 1, and we'll read through 1 through 9, and then I'm going to skip down and read verse 15. All right. Say Mark chapter 5 and 1. It says, "And they came over unto the other side of the sea in the country of the Gadarenes. And when he was come out of the ship, immediately there met him out of the tombs a man with an unclean spirit, who had his dwelling among the tombs. And no man could bind him, no, not with chains, because that he had been often bound with fetters and chains, and the chains had been plucked asunder by him, and the fetters broken in pieces. Neither could any man tame him. And always, night and day, he was in the mountains, in the tombs, crying and cutting himself with stones. But when he saw Jesus afar off, he ran and worshipped him, and cried with a loud voice and said, What have I to do with thee, Jesus, thou Son of the Most High God? I adjure thee by God, that thou torment me not. For he said unto him, Come out of the man, thou unclean spirit. Verse 9. And he asked him, What is thy name? And he answered, saying, My name is Legion, for we are many. Let's skip down to expedite time. This is a lot of reading here. Verse 15. And they come to Jesus and see him that was possessed with the devil and had the legion, sitting and clothed and in his right mind, and they were afraid. Amen. May the Lord add a blessing to the reading of His word. You may be seated.
Amen. Thank you, Lord.
I like to use for sermon thought out of this text here, change has come over me. Change has come over me. Since man's fall in the garden, humanity has plunged deeper and deeper into sin. The Bible says God looked upon man and saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil. Continually, we can see the progression of sin now in our day. When I was coming up, I was thinking earlier when I was coming up back in the 60s as a young boy we didn't have no alarms on our homes. There was no home monitoring. There was no cameras set outside of our houses. As a matter of fact, I didn't even have an alarm on my car. That's hard for some to believe now, but back in my day, there was no alarm on your car. Eventually, things got worse and worse, and the progression of sin and debauchery and those type of things have gotten us deeper and deeper, and we've moved into an area where sin is just abounding and abounding and abounding now. But where sin abounded, the Bible says grace abounded that much more. Amen. And God looked and saw, even back in that early generation, we're talking about, we're in the sixth day of man here, 6,000 years, and we can look all the way back, and the Lord saw the wickedness of man was evil. How much more so now, how our schools are corrupted, and you got to have alarm systems that children got to pass through, alarm systems, gunmetal protectors, and all this kind of thing, just to learn the ABC. The progression of sin and murder. You can't even go into the Walmart without somebody threatening with a bomb or threatening with a gun. And what is it? We never heard of that, such a thing. When I was young, I never even saw a gun.
Right.
Didn't see a gun. There was nobody walking around with guns on and had a gun under their shirt. The only guns we saw was on TV, Al Capone. Al Capone and Bugsy Moran were the original drive-by shooter. We forgot our history. We think the drive-by started in the black neighborhood, but no. Drive-by shooting started way back in the 20s with Bugsy Malone and Bugsy Moran and Al Capone and all those gangsters. Mr. Friend, you know what I'm talking about. They would get on them side cars with they call it a Tommy gun and shoot up the restaurant. In the city, not too far from me, they got this church called St. Cathedral Church. They still got the bullet holes in the wall where Al Capone's group shot up in the wall. It's a tourist attraction downtown Chicago.
Wow.
And the Bible says, the Lord said, it repented the Lord that he had made man upon the earth. And God decided he was going to destroy his creation and start anew with a new family of mankind. And this was to be accomplished through Noah and his sons. But soon after the flood, they also started corrupting themselves. And our society has been in a constant struggle with sin. We have been beaten down and trampled underfoot of the devil. He has ruled in every age of man and held our society in bondage under the cloak of sin, from the east to the west, from the north and south. Young men and old men and mighty men and men of renown have felt the effect of sin, and the penalty of sin is death.
Amen.
Death. Even over them that had not sinned after the similitude of Adam's transgression, death has reigned in every age.
Amen.
And so much so that some of us who are saved, we're still trying to recover from the hurting and the pain that the devil has put on us. Still trying to recover from the alcoholism. Still trying to recover from the drugism. Still trying to recover from the debt that you did. Still trying to recover from being locked up. Still having nightmares about the things that you used to do. You still trying to recover. Amen. Drugs and alcohol have had such an effect on our society. It's corrupted man's ways of thinking. The decision-making process has been corrupted, and people are damaged. Sin is a damaging experience. It tears up the body. It tears up the house. It tears up the college life. It tears up the careers. It tears up the marriages. It tears up the fellowship between brother and sister. It tears down households. It tears up marriages. Sin is a damaging effect on our society. Sin. The Bible outlines God's ability to change people's lives. It doesn't matter how long they've been in that condition. God can change anybody, anywhere. You're serving an awesome God, a God who can deliver. He can reach out and deal with the physical as well as the spiritual conditions. He can bring you out of the jailhouse. He can bring you out of any physical abuse. He can bring you out of any hospital condition. He can heal any condition that you may be suffering with. He can bring you out of any poorhouse. He can bring you out of any debt. You're serving a God Almighty. It doesn't matter how long you've been doing it. It doesn't matter when you got started. But God can do it. He is a God that is able. Yes, Lord. What I'm trying to say is He can change any situation. Don't limit God. Take the restrictions off of God. Take the handcuffs of God. He can do it. He's able, God. He's able. Look. He can reach out and get the most helpless. He can reach out and get the most useless, the most frail, and turn him or her into a powerhouse preacher, to a powerhouse deacon, to a powerhouse choir singer, a powerhouse drummer. The situation don't get too bad for him. It doesn't get too hard for him. He's able to do it. You're serving an awesome God. He can change any situation. One day he reached out and got a little teenage boy who was out in the field taking care of his daddy's sheep. He took him from following the sheep coat to making him the king over Israel. It doesn't matter where you started at, but how you finish. How you finish. Doesn't matter how you start. Don't let them talk about you where you started at. So what you're poor. So what your folks were poor. So what you were your own age. It doesn't matter. God is able to change that situation. He can turn it around. You don't have no money. He'll give you some money. Then count 1,000 healed. The gold is mine. The silver is mine. I can put it in your pocket. When you got Jesus, you got the money maker. Oh, yes, you do. He can change it. Oh, yes, he can. He's able. The God we serve is able. He's able to change the forces of nature. One day, we found him walking out on a stormy sea. Another day, he was out on the sea with his disciples. And the disciples were fighting and being down on the ship. And Jesus being down in the hidden part of the ship. Down there sleeping on the people, on a pillow. The storm came. And the Lord you serve, he got up and spoke to the wind. Spoke to the sea, saying, lay down, wind. Be still, sea. I didn't come, the Son of Man didn't come to die out here on the ocean. I came to die on Calvary. I came to give my life a ransom for many. I came to give my life for my people. Somebody says, what manner of man is this, that the winds do obey him, that the seas lay down? What manner of man is this? Oh, he's able to change you. He's able to change. The God we serve, he's able to change anybody. Moses was a former murderer, but God changed him to the meekest man on earth. Peter was a foul-mouthed man. Peter was a cursor. Peter was a covenant breaker. When they came to get Jesus, Peter was following afar, and he already told you, that, Lord, I'm going to follow you wherever you go. Come out. They came to get Jesus. Peter, he followed the Lord afar off, and they took Jesus into the judgment hall. And there we find Peter outside the palace, warming himself around the fire. And here comes a little woman coming up to him and says, you one of them. Peter said, No, not me, no, I ain't. No, I ain't. No, I ain't. No,
Come
I
on. Come on.
ain't. I ain't with Bishop Bert. I ain't with Bishop
Come on.
Things quieted down. Then here come another little maiden. The Bible said another little maiden came along and said, "You right there, Pete. You was following him. You one of his disciples." Jesus, Peter got up and said, "With it. Oh no, I don't know that man. I'm not with him. Didn't I tell you I'm not with him?"
Come on.
The cock hadn't crowed. Jesus told him, said the cock won't crow. Peter, I know you got a zeal, but you don't have the knowledge yet.
Come on.
A zeal without knowledge is a terror. It'll make you say things when you really don't mean things. Oh, let's stay up here, Bishop. I'm ready to die for the name of the Lord. Then guess what? Lord, all right, say, go ahead. Hit him with pneumonia. Don't take his life. Just let him know where he is. Lord, I got, next thing we know, you ready to call 911? Bishop, y'all come get me. Pray me, I'm about to die.
Come on.
Another little group came too. They got together now. They said, Peter, you was following him. You know something? Your speech betrayed you. You sound like, see, your speech changed you. When you come in contact with Jesus, your speech changed. You won't be the same. My speech ain't the same way anymore. I don't talk like I used to talk. My speech has changed. Look, Peter got up in the bar and started cussing. Did not tell you I don't know that son of a man. I don't know him. I start talking in tongues. Cussing. But Lord, we find Peter in the first epistle of Peter saying, bless and curse not. The Lord had changed Peter after the day of Pentecost and filled him with the gift of the Holy Ghost. We find Peter saying, bless and curse not. Peter, what has happened to you? I've been changed. A change has happened down on the inside of me. Something has changed in my life. We find Rahab. She was a former harlot, a woman of ill repute. But God got a hold of her and changed her, and she was justified by her works. And there would be no Rahab, there'd be no Jesus. There'd be no Jesus. God can change. He can change anybody, anytime, anywhere. Some of us were light beer drinkers. Some of us were abortionists. Some of us were thieves and pimpers and drugs and drug dealers. And we were abusers. But He has taken us and washed us in the blood. I've been washed. I've been washed in the name of Jesus. The blood is in the name. The power is in the name. I've been washed. We were dead in trespasses and sins, but God has justified us. God has washed us. He has cleansed us. He's given us a new heart. A change has come over. Oh, yes, it has. We were creepers and peepers and cheaters and molesters and child abusers and wife abusers and husband abusers and cousins abusers and brothers abusers and nobodies and thieves and couldn't be trusted. But somebody said, what manner of man is this? They can change me. They can change my life. I used to cuss. I used to stay out all night. I used to swear. But something has come over me. I've been changed. I've been washed. I'm not the same. I've been changed. Something's happened to me. text says,
Hallelujah.
this man in our text, he needed a change.
Yes.
No man could tame him. He was banished to a place outside of the city.
Come on.
His dwelling was amongst the dead around the tomb. That's where all the dead folks hang out. In the tomb, you know, that's how we were, hanging around all the dead folks. In the red light area. In places we shouldn't be. At the horse track. And at the gambling houses, and shooting dice, and shooting pool, and playing cards, and all around these dead folks. But when the Lord comes into your life, you got to move. You can't stay in that same place that you once was. You got to come out. Say, come out from among them and make a difference. Come out from the unclean, and I'll make you clean. I'll make a new creature out of you. I'll make a new creation out of you. This Bible has the power to produce another Jesus. Oh, what are you talking about? I'm not Jesus in flesh, but I'm Jesus in spirit. I got that mind. So let that mind be in you. That was also in Christ Jesus. Hallelujah. Hey. Hallelujah. I've got that mind. This Bible is powerful. The Word of God is quick. It is powerful. It is sharper than any two-edged sword. It has the power to get between the joints and the marrow of the bone. This Word of God, it will find you right where you are. Oh, yes, it will. So, what manner of man is this? You can't stay the same.
Amen.
No. Something's got to happen to you. Yeah. The townspeople, says the townspeople, they heard about what had happened to this man. They had been possessed. They cut themselves and cried, and no man could tame him. They put fetters on them, chains. Those spirits were so alive in him that he would break the fetters. You work in the sheriff department, police. You've never seen a man full of the devil. They've been able to break them handcuffs that you put them on. You've never seen that. This man was called Legion.
Yeah.
Legion is 1,000. He had 1,000 devils working.
Come on. Yeah.
The townspeople knew about this man.
Yeah.
They heard about what had happened to this man. They said, how then is this great thing happening to this man? Let us go see what has happened. And this is what we telling folks, and folks have heard about us. We told folks to come see a man that has done and told great things unto me. Come see this man. I know a man, if you ain't seen, he'll set you free. Come see this man. And that is what we're doing. We're telling the world, come see a man. Because you in sin, you don't have to live in sin. You can live a life free from sin. Come see this man.
Amen.
Somebody wanted to know, isn't this the carpenter's son?
Yeah.
Don't we know him?
Yeah.
Look at your neighbor. They didn't understand. You look at your neighbor and you say, and your neighbor say, well, I'm Jesus Christ. I'm the Messiah. Now you look at your neighbor. Look at Bishop Perry. It's hard for you to believe that he may be Jesus Christ, the Messiah. Look at Thomas here. It's hard. He come telling me, I'm the Messiah. Whoa. I don't know, brother. I don't know. You've been smoking some funny stuff today. Oh, you the Messiah? Yeah, right. They had an issue. They couldn't see. They couldn't see it. See, you can't see this with your natural eye. You got to see this with your spiritual eye. This got to be revealed unto you. No man knoweth who the Father except the Son reveals has hidden these things from the wise and the prudent. Stop here. Right. I'm going to close up here. The Lord has hidden these things from the wise and prudent, but He's revealed it unto babes. Because we did not harden our heart. We didn't harden our heart. When we heard that gospel message preached, we gave up. We gave up unto ourselves. Yeah, I need to be saved. Yeah, that's me. You got to first acknowledge yourself. That's what repentance is. I acknowledge my transgressions. It's me, oh Lord, just standing in the need of prayer. I need prayer. I need help. I need help, Lord. I can't do this by myself. I need help. I can't do it by myself. It's too big for me. Oh, but somebody wanted to know. They couldn't see. They said, it's the Carmela son. But if you don't know who he is today, let me tell you who he is. His name is Jesus. And he is the root of David. He is the bright and morning star. He is the Alpha and Omega. He is the I am that I am. He is the bright and morning star, the Shiloh. He is the Son of David. His name is Jesus. His name is Jesus. His name is Jesus. His name is Jesus. Jesus in the morning. Jesus in the afternoon. Jesus in the evening. It's Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Neither is his salvation in any other name given among men whereby we must be saved at the name of Jesus. Isaiah couldn't do it. Abraham couldn't do it. Moses couldn't do it. Jeremiah couldn't do it. But at the name of Jesus, it can be done. Somebody said, he brought me out of the miry clay. He brought me out of a horrible pit. I'm changed, and here I stand before you today. I'm a new creature in Christ Jesus. The things I used to do, I don't do no more. The things I used to say, I don't say anymore. The places I used to go, I don't go anymore. And you know what? I don't want to. Something has come over me. The Bible says, now unto him who's able to keep you from falling. He's able. He's able to keep you from falling. He's able to present you faultless before his presence with exceedingly joy. In his right hand are pleasures forevermore. He's able to do it. You got to get in your mind, there's no situation that the Lord can't get me out of. I don't care how messy it is. I don't care what it looks like. You got to get in your mind that God is able. I don't care what the devil tells you. I don't care what he whispered in your ear. I don't care what your neighbor told you. Your God is able. He's able. He's able. He says, I'll write my law in your heart. I'll put a new song in your mouth. I'm not singing the old songs of Al Green anymore. I don't have them songs anymore, Barry White. I don't have them songs anymore of B.B. King. I'm not singing the blues. I don't have no Blue Monday. I don't have no Blue Friday. But every day with Jesus is sweeter than the day before. Hallelujah. He'll change your walk. He'll change your talk. He'll change your thinking. He'll change your attitude. I don't have that same attitude I used to walk around with now. Oh, no. I don't have a bad attitude. I can go on my job now with a good attitude. Glad to be here. You don't want to speak to me? I've done my part. I'm going with a good attitude because I'm with Jesus. I'm in the Lord now. And I'm not the same anymore. Oh no, I've been born again. I've been born of the Lord. I've been born of the Spirit. A change has come over me. I'm a new creature in Christ Jesus. Sometimes you got to talk to yourself. Sometimes you got to get in the mirror and tell yourself, I'm new. Oh, yes. If he can call 1,000 devils out of this man, you can call one devil out of you. Oh, yes, he can. You got that wandering eye devil every time she comes back. Oh no. God can take that away from you. You got to pickpocket. I believe I can lay my wallet down, give my wallet to this brother, and I don't have to worry about looking back. I believe he's a new creature. I believe he ain't going through my wallet. I believe a change has come over him. I believe that God is doing a work in him. I believe I can trust him. God can change you. He can change your situation. Don't let the devil fool you. Don't let the devil think it can't be done. It can be. All things are possible through God. You gotta believe it. You gotta believe. We gotta get back to that old time religion. That old time religion. This new stuff they got going on. This prosperity message. We don't need that. We want the old way. It says, seek ye for the old path.
Amen. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
We're closing out.
Thank you, Jesus. Beautiful. Thank you, Lord.
He said, oh, taste and see.
Yes.
I had that one taste. June 26th, I remember the time.
Yeah.
Almost time. 2 o'clock. Sunday, 5th Sunday.
Yeah.
I remember that time.
Yes, God.
I got that one taste.
Yeah.
And that taste keeps me coming back for more. Because it says, oh, taste and see that the Lord is good.